Hold up, before we start this video, if you are looking to improve your body, whether you want to lose weight or whether you want to build muscle and you don't know where to start, look no further than ER Fitness. Now, as many of you know, I am a qualified personal trainer and I've helped many clients like this client and this client lose weight and build muscle and achieve the body as well as the mindset of their dreams. If that sounds good to you, make sure that you reach out to me if you're ready to start your journey. My personal email will be down below. So if you're ready to undertake your weight loss journey, your muscle building journey, your fitness journey, to just become a better person in general, I am awaiting you with open arms. If you're interested, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, we help people right across the globe to attain the best bodies and therefore the best mindsets that they can have. Let me guide you on your fitness journey and let's reach that body that you've always dreamed of. Alright, man, to the big man Charlie Kirk, may he still rest in peace. In honor of Charlie, I you know, many people, what in the... Okay, I'll mention that now. But, you know, many people liked him, many people didn't like him. But, you know, we still lost life in the most tragic way possible. So, guys, in honor of him, we're going to be checking out this podcast. This is from the Whatever podcast. You know, just the man was an excellent debater. I mean, his debating skills were second to none. And like him or hate him, you had to give him that. He always had a rational and logical argument for everything that he said. And you know, never let too much emotion cloud his judgment. So, guys, if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you anything. If you like the content, you like the content, and you will stay for the content, right? Let's go.
A generation of...
Oh, it's called, by the way, this woman asked Charlie Kirk the nastiest question ever. So let's see.
Young men, and having struggled with myself, totally acknowledge it. So
X-rated content.
Up to me.
Bro.
Oh my God, Molly.
Bro. This girl needs to cover up. I don't know. I gotta focus.
no one...
Have you up to me?
Oh my God, Molly.
He's thinking.
I've never heard of you before, so, yeah.
That's the answer, because you're wet as well.
Same thing, right?
But do you
Like,
guys
this is that
think-
sort of resiliency.
Do you think public political commentary is morally on the same plane as filming yourself having...
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I think people, if anything, it could sometimes be worse depending on what the person is talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Oh, worse, okay.
I think politics is definitely heavier than
You think politics does more damage than...
Hell
the
no.
actual
Yes,
life,
100%.
like the world. Yes.
Listen, I completely disagree with that statement. Politics can have, you know, it can cause damage, severe damage. Don't get me wrong, but the effect that X-rated content has had on my personal life when I was younger, I'll admit it, right? I had a problem with it. Well, not per se addicted to it, but I didn't like it. I always felt guilty, if you know what I mean. So the thing is, it does morally corrupt you. It's not only morally corrupts you, it just distracts you, bro. It drains your life energy. That's the thing. It took away from my productivity completely. Those who say that, though most young men, in fact, have had problems with it. Someone who's not had a problem with it, or they claim to not had a problem with it, either lying or either really trying to sweep it under the rug. If you have not watched it before, you're a lucky man. You're a very lucky man.
Yeah. Her having sex with other men is not disrupting the world.
Well, not just sex, but filming it and disseminating
I think
it.
it
Yeah, but that's
actually
not
helps
putting
the
the world
world
into
because
shambles.
it gives
For
the
sure.
men a release of their in that they can't control stuff them, so they go off to me.
Lonely boys.
No, you're not that important, girl.
Also, I feel like it's their choice to watch. So it's, you know, it's not
Well,
like
I was
it's
also
shoved
going to
or
ask how
forced
kids would know that someone's mom is a star.
Oh, very easy.
Internet's forever.
Yeah.
Just get your mic
Yeah,
that way. Internet.
But why are,
internet is
I mean,
forever.
obviously kids watch.
It would be a parental failure, basically. Like
That
the parents are not.
It's the most idiotic question I've ever heard in my entire life. Look, I might be South African. Many people might be sitting there thinking, he's from South Africa, he's dumb. Actually, you know, when I look at these people, I feel quite well about myself. What kind of question is that? How would children know if they it's on the internet? It gets shared. It gets millions of views. What do you think? The chances of your child stumbling upon you in that video is high. at some stage in his life. Oh man.
monitoring their child's consumption of media good enough, and therefore they find porn.
Donated $200.
This is
Charlie
stupid. You
was
could
right.
ignore that.
I was a DEI high.
Oh, God.
My sprinkler goes like this.
Oh my god.
They give $200 for this?
I got some interesting. I got some. Okay, all right. Thank you for that. Okay, where were we?
I finished my thought.
Okay.
Do, do any of you think that a generation of young men, and having struggled with myself, totally acknowledge it, so no one...
Have you talked to me?
Oh my God, Molly.
He's thinking.
I've never heard of you before, so...
That's the answer, because you're
You're not top of the you're not top of the rank. You're not top of the picks. Believe me, the OGs know. We had our list. We had our list, right? She ain't on there. I'm sorry. Not even younger Estian would get you on there. I'm sorry.
Wife is watching.
That's true. I've never heard of you before. Yeah.
That was kind of out of pocket, Molly. Okay, so
You're so distracted, bro.
Charlie Kirk, you're a political commentator.
Can I say one thing, though?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Molly, I have sympathy for you. I do. You're trying to cope with the suppression of your soul.
Yeah.
And filming yourself having sex with other men and filming it is not the highest and best use of the talents that God gave you. It's not.
I think
And
that is a talent God gave me.
Hell no.
it's not the highest and best use, and it's not a talent because, as I said, in my belief, it is should be saved in a sacred domain. We're not going to agree on that, but I hope you change course. I think you'll be happier and more joyful, and I pray you don't have to suffer too much to realize that.
Well, in my belief, this is my most happy and joyful.
So if Molly made like a
Until your children stumble upon you getting bukkakied by 40 other men, it's fine.
huge pivot and started doing politics, would you support her political like runs and bids?
It's not a matter of politics. I mean, I want what's
And
best
you know what's
for-
the sad thing? It's not an ugly girl. Like she's physically not ugly, right? But you know, when someone tells when I had to, if I were to get with a girl seriously right now, and she were to tell me that, oh, by the way, I was a porn star back in the day. I'm running. I'm running. First getting tested and then running.
all of you here, and I don't think filming yourself having sex with men is the highest and best use of your talents.
It isn't.
In fact, I think it personally has done a lot of damage to a lot of young men. And don't take my word for it. Look, you can read the book by Gary Wilson, Your Brain on Porn. It is the #1 drug in America right now, and it impacts
Well, it
men.
definitely isn't healthy.
Okay, so it's not healthy, so
No.
we agree. So
Yeah.
let me ask a moral question. What do you guys think of drug dealers that push fentanyl?
Same
Good
thing.
people or not good people?
Same
Probably
thing.
not.
Not
Yeah.
good people.
So
I mean, that's
if we
killing
agree
people.
that porn
Porn
is a
isn't
drug,
killing people.
but hold on a second. If
No.
porn is a drug,
She's not thinking of the knock-on effects here. If you consume that shit, and we've all been here, I've admitted to it. If you consume that shit, it first of all drains your energy, drains your motivation completely. Second of all, it gives you an wrong and obscured idea about what the process of making love should really be like, right? It takes away the meaning from it. It begins to affect your real life relationships with the opposite sex. Or, we're not judging the same sex, whatever you want to do. There's a lot more knock-on effects. They're only looking at it at face value. When it comes to the knock-on effects down the line, it's crazy.
how is Molly not a either drug dealer or a drug manufacturer?
How is
It's
comparing
different
porn to
levels of
Name's
fentanyl?
Molly.
There's so many other drugs.
Well,
Like
hold on,
weed is
but-
not fentanyl.
But
Weed's fine.
we agree.
Porn's
Well,
fine.
I wouldn't say weed is fine, but it is not as bad as fentanyl. But
I mean,
do
there's different levels.
do you believe
to, like,
porn is a drug?
I think
Yes.
it's an addiction. A drug
Okay.
is a no.
So what does porn do to the male mind?
I don't know. I'm not a male.
Okay, yeah, it is the same biochemical release as cocaine. It's almost identical. In fact, it's even more powerful at times. Not to mention the damage it does to their relationships and
Oh, yeah.
how it has to rewire their brain. That goes without saying. But
Yeah.
I don't really see the comparison with like fentanyl and because fentanyl actually kills people and
And is highly addictive.
So-
I know right now, currently, like addiction is not recognized in the DSM-5 as a
All right. You know, someone's got to explain to the ladies here that it's X-rated content. He said you know, when you watch it, you experience the same biochemical pathways as you taking a hit of cocaine, basically, right? Now, it might not be immediately deadly or inherently deadly, but the knock-on effects will affect your life to such an extent that oftentimes, and most of the times, you are in such a deep hole that you don't want to be there anymore. Am I right or am I wrong?
Legitimate addiction. The only behavioral based addiction would be drug addiction, something like fentanyl or whatever. Every other type of addiction is something that's like so that you can't, or sorry, not drug based, gambling. That's what it is. Gambling addiction is very real, but I don't believe addiction is. I think you can have impulse control issues with porn, but that would be like any other thing that you could have difficulty controlling, like your consumption of.
So,
Go ahead, Molly, please.
So my question is like, I kind of have a comparison of my own, and I'll try and sum this up as fast as I can. But basically, when Prohibition happened, you know, people said that alcohol, it was not good for you. It led to deaths, it led to arguments, negative things, whatever. Prohibition happened. People still found ways to have parties with alcohol, drink alcohol, speakeasies existed. The only thing that happened was people didn't stop drinking alcohol, people started getting arrested and punished for it. And it started ruining people's livelihoods in that way instead of in a way that they have control over, meaning that they can stop the addiction by getting help at any time. So my question is, if you think it's so bad, like an addiction like that, what's your solution? Because if you're going to get rid of it, it's still going to exist.
Well, the first solution, I mean, can you at least agree, Molly, that minors shouldn't be viewing?
100%.
Okay, good. So
for a reason.
well, the age verification's a little bit.
Yeah, it's
So
let's be honest. I got into that shit when I was 13, 14 years old. So
talk about that. Utah and Texas passed laws that sued that made it more robust. You had to actually provide an ID, and Hub didn't like that because they said it would limit their traffic. So would you all agree that if there was robust ID checking, that would, like 18, we can at least agree we could draw the line there?
Yeah, I feel like that's the normal age for
Okay,
everybody.
I'm glad to hear that. So on the other side, though, I mean, I think we have to acknowledge that the average American male spending anywhere between 45 minutes to 90 minutes on websites, it varies.
whoa. For a day? Hold on. It's just my rookie numbers. I got to keep my numbers up.
I mean, I think we have to acknowledge that the average American male spending anywhere between 45 minutes to 90 minutes on websites, it varies. I mean, this is a new phenomenon, and I just want to reiterate it, that highly interactive, three-dimensional video that triggers dopaminergic responses in the brain is unlike anything we've encountered. The science is still being studied, and Gary Wilson's book is phenomenal on this, Your Brain on. In fact, it is the most used, let's just say product, we don't have to say drug, product for young men in this country. And I guess you would all say that, let me just ask you, how many of you are thrilled with the status of American men? You think that they're strong and confident and they tell the truth?
I love an American man as an Irish girl, definitely.
Okay, well then, you're the exception.
They're all
The Americans are silent.
Okay, you see, but hold on, and I'm not going to say it's only because that would not be fair, but consumption does not make better men.
No.
You agree?
I agree 100%.
So that's where I'm just trying to introduce into the conversation. You said, what is the solution? So I would just say, Molly, my advice, my ask for you is, for people to stop participating in it, for that's not going to happen because the money is so good. But we should draw the line at 18. It should be very, very hard to access. But to your point, Molly, you're not wrong. People would always find it. But we should draw a line in the sand somewhere, especially with minors.
Hey, she was looking. Just look at this one. She's like, damn.
Molly, you're not wrong. People would always find it.
Look at that.
But we should draw a line in the sand somewhere, especially with minors.
She's in her own mind right there. We all know what she's thinking.
Somewhere, especially with minors, or have some sort of, we should have some sort of acknowledgement that this is destroying parts of society. And I won't say it's worse than fentanyl, but in some ways it's very, very sneaky. A lot of married men watch pornography, as I said, I've had my own personal struggles with it. It's incredibly addictive. It's incredibly powerful. It also creates depressive effects in about half of the men that consume pornography.
True.
And I would just say that, you know, young ladies, it affects women differently than men. Men are 50 times more visual oriented than women. And that's not to say that women don't consume pornography. They do, and increasingly higher rates. But I think it's a social toxin right now.
Crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy debate, man. It's really interesting. What I love about him, what I loved about him, I mean, it's just the whole situation is just sad, bro. It's, you know, he didn't just force his own opinion on them, and that's that. He took into account that Molly Girl's opinion. He said, okay, I agree with you, you know, but I think this is the middle ground. I think this is what we need to do. That is what you call a logical, rational person right there. May his soul rest in peace. May you join us for more content. I'll see you next time.